Hello guys, welcome to today's session in Concept, and today we will be talking about how you can find the breakouts successfully with the help of order flow, right? Even if you have no experience, still you can use this and you can find a very good breakouts in your trading. Right, so let's start. But before starting the video, if you are new here, you can go in the description. There is a link below with which you can download and install the web application of Concept. After successful registration, you will get some free tools here that you can use for your trading journey, right? Also in the learn section, we have video library. Okay, so in video library, we have made multiple videos on various Pro Plus tools and various strategies. So you can see them in your main time. Okay, now just let it load. Okay, so here you can see there are multiple videos. Okay, and they are available in multiple languages like English, Hindi, Gujarati, Marathi and Tamil also, right? So you can choose your preference. Now at any point of time, if you think you are having any kinds of doubts or query, so you can go in the profile section. In the profile section, we have our support. So you will get our contact number and email ID. So you can reach out to us and we will be there to sort your all queries out, right? So going back to today's topic, that is how you can find the breakouts successfully with the help of order flow. So for that, I'll tell you one or two things and then we will see that in application as well, right? So let's get back to the blackboard here. So when I'm talking about order flow, so what is the order book that I'll tell you the first, right? Okay, now you must have seen in the market, like there are in many, if you are using any brokerage app, so the brokerage app shows you a column, right, in which there is a data of 4, 5 or 10, okay, the largest order that has been placed at that time. You must have seen that, right? Okay. So you must be thinking like with the help of this, I can see like in which direction the maximum numbers of big players are making their trades, right? But that data is usually not correct. I'll tell you why. Okay, because when we are talking about order book, okay, so it simply means the quantity that has been placed. The quantity that had been placed, okay, either in the bullish direction or either in the negative direction, so it will show you, right? But there are so many types of order. For example, I'll tell you example. There is a type of order that is called DQ, that is disclosed quantity, right? Now in disclosed quantity, there are many traders in the market who don't want to show their full quantity. Like if they have placed, have placed 10,000 quantity order, they don't want the brokerage app to show all these 10,000, but they they have allowed like they can show 5,000. Actually it placed the order, the person placed the order of 10,000, but because of disclosed quantity, it is showing only 5,000 quantity as its placed order. So here it will show you 5,000 only, right, because of this order, right? So how can you analyze like what is happening in the market, how much quantity in real, okay, has been traded, right? So that is how you can find the direction of the market, and you can also find the breakout also. So that is what we will talk about, right? Now moving ahead, so for example, you must have seen there are two type of prices, right? First one is the ask price. Okay, and then there is a bid price, or you can say this is the buy price, or you can say this is the sell price. Okay, now suppose if a market is trading at 100 rupee, and a buyer wants to buy this stock, right? So what he will think? He will think that I'll buy this stock as low as it can be. Why? Because so that when it will go in the higher direction, I'll get good profit, right? So he wants to buy it at 98, right? So now he has placed it order of 98 at 98 and of 100 quantity, that he will buy 100 quantity whenever the price will reach at 98, so that when it will go high from 98 to 99, 100, he will enjoy the profit. Similarly, in the selling side, a seller wants to sell this quantity, for example 200 quantity, at 102 price, right? So if the market will reach at 102, this order will be placed, and whenever it will go down, the market will go in the bearish direction, he will enjoy the profit, right? So now he has placed his order at this much. right? Now at any point of time, if the buyer thinks that the market can go in the above direction and it will not come into the 98, right? It will go from 100 to 105 and 110. They are having strong sentiments. So what they will do, they will go directly here and they will buy their 100 quantity at this price. That was the ask price, right? So the buyers are going here, they have initiated the transaction, you can say, okay, and they are directly going at 102. This was the price at which the sellers were ready to sell, okay? The sellers were ready to sell. So now they are going here, they have initiated the transaction, and from here at 102 they will buy 100 quantity from the seller. 100 quantity from the seller. So out of these 200 quantity, the seller will sell his 100 quantity to the buyer that has initiated the transaction. So it means, what it means? It means the buyers who are leaving their price and who are going to the seller's price, they must have been, you know, thinking some strategy, or they must be having some scenario like the market will be in bullish direction. So that is what we will be talking today, the initiated quantity by buyer or the initiated quantity by sellers. ओके और जो भी हमें उसमें स्ट्रॉन्ग देखने को मिलेगी, सो वी विल गो विद दैट एंड दैट विल गिव अस द ब्रेकआउट. आई होप कॉन्सेप्ट क्लियर होगा. लेट्स सी, थोड़ा और क्लियर करने के लिए वी विल गो इन द चार्ट एंड लेट्स सी हाउ इट वर्क्स. ओके, सो डायरेक्टली आई एम ओपनिंग a chart here, so I have to go in analyze, then charts, order and trade. Now in charts, order and trade, you can apply this strategy in multiple time frames. It will work in intraday time frames as well, okay, and in positional time frame, for example daily or weekly, you can apply this strategy in those time frame also. Right now I am applying it in 5-minute time frame, okay, in Nifty, or you can see it in the stocks. I will apply it in these some stocks also. So right now this is my Nifty chart. Now first of all, moving ahead, I'll do one thing. I'll make a resistance and support here, because right now we are talking about the breakouts, right? So first of all, the main thing is that I'll make a resistance here. Now you can also make a resistance with two things. Okay, either you can make a resistance with open interest also, that I have shown in many videos. You can go through them also. Okay, so first of all, I'll make a resistance here. So I can see there is a resistance at this point, right? So I'll mark this as my resistance, right? Okay, so I have placed my resistance here. Now what I'll do, you can see there is a resistance. Okay, so here it is resistance, or if I'll make this as my resistance, so I think this is much stronger than the previous one. Let me place it, wait. Okay, so this is my resistance. Okay, now I have placed it. Okay, let me zoom a chart little bit. I'm talking for the intraday right now, right? Now I have to apply here a tool. For example, you have to go here in the indicators, and here you have to apply the buyer initiated quantity and seller initiated quantity. So this is the buyer initiated quantity, and then I have to look for the seller initiated quantity. So this is the seller initiated quantity, and apply the changes, and these two will be plotted in your chart. Okay, now there are certain settings that I have to do. Let me show you. Wait, let the this tool let it load first. Okay, then we will start. Okay, तो ये load हो गया. अब देखो, for example, we have drawn our resistance here. Now you can see this is the candle that is breaking out of this resistance, right? So what I'll do, I will go here and I'll see like what is the SIQ, the seller initiated quantity, and what is the buyer initiated quantity at this particular candle, right? Now I can see here in this, the seller initiated quantities, it is approximately 52,725. Right, and my buyer initiated quantity is also 53,700. Yes, my buyer initiated quantity is greater than seller initiated quantity, but should I make my entry? So the answer is no. Why? Because I will make my entry only at that candle which is breaking out of the resistance, as well as its BIQ should be greater than its BIQ. It should be greater than SIQ, but not only greater, it should be 1.5 or more than that. It means if the SIQ is 5, if SIQ, the seller initiated quantity is 5, and I'm making my entry in the bullish direction at this candle breakout, so my buyer initiated quantity, it should be 1.5 times of the seller initiated quantity. 1.5 गुना या उससे ऊपर होना चाहिए. ओके, सो 5 है तो इट शुड बी मोर देन 7.5, यू कैन सी, राइट, और इट शुड बी डबल. फॉर एग्जाम्पल 5 है SIQ तो BIQ शुड बी 10 होना चाहिए. तो आई हैव ऑलरेडी टोल्ड यू, आई एम टेलिंग यू अगेन, इफ यू आर मेकिंग अ बुलिश trade at the resistance breakout, so then you have to go for the buyer initiated quantity, seller initiated quantity. Your buyer initiated quantity, it should be 1.5 times or more than that to SIQ, the seller initiated quantity, right? So let's see, let's get back to the chart. Okay, so let's get back to the chart. So I can see here at this level where the candle is breaking out. Okay, so I can see here my BIQ and SIQ, you can see here. Okay, my BIQ is 11, I think it is 1,10,750, right, the buyer initiated quantity, and the seller initiated quantity is only 58,950. So it is more than 2 times, right? So this is the time when I'll initiate my entry in the upward direction. Okay, this is the time when I'll make my entry in the upward direction, right? Similarly, if I'll go a little above, let's make another resistance here. Okay, so I'll make this as a resistance because this was the market high, ye din ka high tha. Okay, so then the market went downward, corrected itself, and again it went in the upward direction. Now when it broke its resistance, then I'm looking for the trade, like if the market can give me a bullish direction or not. So let's see this candle. So at this candle I can see, at this candle where the resistance got broke out, I can see the seller initiated quantity is 73,000, the buyer initiated quantity is 66,000. डेढ़ गुना छोड़ो, बड़ा भी नहीं है the buyer initiated quantity. So clearly I cannot take my entry at this breakout, and you can see breakout हमने entry नहीं ली तो market वहां से नीचे fall कर गया. Okay, similarly then I can see here at this candle I can see करीबन buyer initiated quantity is 1,16,150 और seller 79 कुछ है. Okay, approximately डेढ़ गुना तो नहीं है, ठीक है, तो मैं यहाँ पे भी अपनी एंट्री अभी नहीं बनाऊंगा, राइट? अगर लेट्स सी सम अदर एग्जांपल, लेट्स सी सम अदर स्टॉक जहाँ पे हमें अच्छी कोई एंट्री दिखी हो, ठीक है. सो लेट्स सी, लेट्स गो विद द ABB. ओके, यू कैन टेक एनी एग्जांपल. ओके, मेरे दिमाग में ऐसे आया, सो आई टुक ABB, राइट. लेट्स सी यहाँ पे एक रेसिस्टेंस मार्केट ने बनाया था. लेट्स सी इफ इट गॉट ब्रोकन विद गुड BIQ और नॉट. सो आई एम choosing resistance at this point because the market made a high and the price got rejected from this point. Okay, so I'll make my resistance at this point, right? Now you can see this was the point from where the market took a rejection. It took a rejection and then the market went further in the downward direction. Again when it came again at this position, so then there was a breakout of the resistance. Let me see if this resistance was good enough to take the entry or not, right? So at this point I can see this was the candle which broke my resistance successfully, right? So at this point, that was 3 p.m. and I can see the buyer initiated quantity is 12,050 and the seller initiated quantity is 875, approximately 1.5 times of the SIQ. So this is the candle where I can make my entry. What I have to do, I just have to, if this is the candle that is breaking my resistance, so I have to mark the high of that candle and that will be my entry point, right? That will be my entry point. Now what will be the stop loss again? So if the candle is good enough like this, if a candle is good enough, it has a large body or moderate body, then you can go with the stop loss as the candle's low, right? If this is, you can say, a bullish engulfing candle or Maru Bozu candle, then you can go with the low of that candle as your stop loss. But if it is a low candle, a small body candle, then you have to watch for the, you can go with the swing low or the previous candles, or which, for example, this is the candle which has a good body, right? So I can go with this candle's stop loss. I am choosing a very small stop loss at this point of time. Okay, and with regard to this, I'll make my risk reward ratio to 1:3 or more than that, 1:3 also, or 1:2 also, right? Simple. Okay, and then you can see again in the market you got a good movement. Now currently my market is at resistance, right? You can see here in the 5-minute time frame ABB, my market is at resistance. So I can draw a resistance here. Let me draw the resistance. So this is resistance. Let me put it above. Okay, so let it, this was my resistance. Okay, this was my resistance. Right now it is not broken yet. Okay, this was the candle which tried to broke it out. So I can see my buyer initiated quantity is 125 and the seller initiated quantity is 875. So clearly it is not good enough. My buyer initiated quantity is less than SIQ. So this was the candle which broke my resistance. This is not the candle in which I have to make the entry, and you can clearly see the market went in the downward direction. Now at any point of time, if a candle will break it out like this, okay, then and again my BIQ will be greater than SIQ, seller initiated quantity, and more than 1.5 times, right? So at that time I'll initiate my entry, I'll mark the high of this candle and I'll make the entry in this particular trade, right? So this is how you can trade with the order flow data, and that will provide you much accuracy in your trading journey, right? You can see, you can analyze this strategy, you can try it with different stocks, with indices also. You can apply, as I've told you, in multiple time frames. Either it is 5 minutes, either it is 1 minute. You are doing scalping also, you can use it there as well. Okay, if you are going for the positional trade, you can apply it on 1 hour or daily time frame also. It will work, it will work very best for you, right? You just have to analyze it and make sure to use another confirmations also, right? जो भी आपको इंडिकेटर्स है पसंद आते होंगे, उनकी एक बार कंफर्मेशन फिर भी ले लेना, ठीक है? तो आई होप आपको काफी अच्छे से ये जो कॉन्सेप्ट है ऑर्डर फ्लो डेटा का समझ आया होगा, ओके? एंड इफ यू लाइक द वीडियो, अगर आपको वीडियो पसंद आया, कॉन्सेप्ट पसंद आया, यू कैन जस्ट लाइक द वीडियो, यू कैन कमेंट अस डाउन if you have any kinds of doubt, और जो चीज आपको पसंद है, you can comment it in the chat box, in the comment section, right? Thank you so much. If you are new, just make sure to subscribe the channel. Thank you so much. This is your trainer Ankit Singh Rawat. Have a good day.